Like I said, this is the Needle's Eye. Well, good morning, everybody. Had to check to make sure what time of day it was, so I gave you the right description. But yes, good morning, everybody. Late morning here. June 13th, right? I don't know if it's wrong, I'll write the right date on. Monday, June 13th, 2022. Just about 11:20 in the morning. 73 degrees. Fairly humid for around here. And we got some clouds in the sky, although we got a little bit of big sky going behind me. A lot of people call that California sky. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's called big sky. When the sky is all blue and all you can see is sky, yeah, that's big sky. But anyways, did not think this ride was going to happen today. About 2.5 hours ago, it was foggy and dreary, and like that fog's so thick that I call it the wet fog, because it's almost like a rainstorm, but it's not. I thought, well, here we go again, no riding today. Well, it actually worked out good. We're riding today, so we're gonna take advantage. So today I'm gonna take you to Custer State Park. Now, you've seen Custer State Park before. Two of the rides from My Favorite Rides took place there. Part of Iron Mountain Road, and then also Needles Highway. But this isn't really a My Favorite Rides. Honestly, we're gonna go up to Custer State Park, and I'm gonna tell you about it, and I'm gonna tell you why it's one of the best parks out there. Now, I'm gonna warn you, for disclosure, I'm very partial to Custer State Park, as it is in my backyard. However, it's still a pretty good, high quality park. We are just leaving Rapid City right now, so it's gonna be a few minutes before we get down there. So sit back, enjoy the ride. We're gonna go in the Sylvan Lake entrance, which is on the north side of Custer State Park, just south of Hill City. Actually, it's between Hill City and Custer. We're gonna go to that entrance and we'll go from there. So sit back, relax, give me a few minutes here and we'll be at the entrance. Oh, by the way, before we get too far though, a few things about it. Entrance fees. So this is as of 2022. It's $8 per person, as in you walk up to the park gate, you pay $8. Vehicles are $20 for a week. That includes motorcycles. Is it a little high priced? Yes. For motorcycles, I absolutely think it's high priced, but the state of South Dakota has never been known to not take their cut when they can. So yes, any vehicles, $20. But that includes, I think a minivan full of 7 people is $20. I think a motorcycle with 2 people is $20. I think a motorcycle with 1 person is $20. And that gets you basically all their entrances. You get in there for a week. So if you're here just for a week of vacation, yeah, just go with that. Now, the other options you have the annual pass is $36. Now that gets you not only to Custer Park, but all the other South Dakota state parks. I leave that up to you as to whether you want to do that or not. I would say if you're going to come here for a bit and then turn around and come back some other time, sure. Or like if you live around here and you like Custer State Park like I do, we just buy the annual pass every year because it's cheaper and easier, and you can go in whenever the hell you want. Basically, the passes run from May until the next May. So once you buy your pass, you're good for the whole year until that next year. Also, if you buy one of those passes, you can get a second pass for half off. So let's say you got 2 motorcycles. Well, guess what? $36 and $18, you got it covered. They have another option, it's called, which is a transferable pass. It's $70 if I remember right. And you can, or no, I think it's 80 now. And you can basically carry that pass on whatever vehicle you want. I wouldn't recommend that one. Unless it's a deal where, let's say, like, maybe if I was had a bunk biker cabin or something like that, I would buy one of those and basically throw it in as a, hey, since you're in the area, here's a park pass. But that'd be about it. Also, be prepared. Sometimes I think they only take cash. I don't know. Our state, it's quite impossible sometimes to take anything but cash at any state facilities. It's just how they operate. I mean, for God's sakes, during the COVID year when everyone was, you know, there's a cash shortage, we're only taking debit, except for the state of South Dakota. Nope, cash only. Cash only, and they're only selling passes for a week. So the state of South Dakota really lost out on some money that year, because I was willing to drop $36 for my annual pass, and well, because of that, well, I only gave them 20 bucks. So, but also I think I was down there every single day that week riding, basically getting my money's worth. So, like I said, I guess you showed them. Yeah, right. But there's two ways to get there. So if you're coming from the north, obviously it's take 16 out of Rapid City. That's what I'm on now. I'm on Highway 16 going west out of Rapid City. If you're going, you could come in from the east. If you take Highway 79 out of Rapid City, go down to Hermosa, and you'll make a right on State Highway 36. You'll head westbound. That takes you to the east entrance of the park. You also can get in the park from the west entrance, which is just to the east of Custer. This intersection's not a good intersection. All right, now I think I'm gonna stop, and yeah, we'll see you there. Right up to my left there, I don't know if you can tell that tallest point up there, that is Black Elk Peak, formerly known as Harney Peak. And actually where we're entering the park is actually pretty close to Harney Peak, or excuse me, Black Elk Peak. Actually, if you're gonna hike to the top of it, which you can do, your entrance is actually at the entrance we're going to. So we're not going to hike Harney Peak today, or excuse me, Black Elk Peak. Sorry, old habits, hard to break. But so if you're gonna hike Black Elk Peak, I'll let you experience that for yourself. Let's put it this way, it's pretty damn cool. Really, really cool. I've been up there one time, and it's pretty sweet. Highest point in South Dakota. Also the highest point between here and the Alps in Europe. Now it sounds wonky, you say, what about Mount Guadalupe in Texas? However, Mount Guadalupe is just further west of here than this, so. But either way, still a pretty high prominent point.
A few moments later.
So I lied. I got hungry. Decided I needed a beer and some lunch. Hill City, the main to use. And they got Sodak on tap. So I'll be with you in a moment.
Well, sorry for the delay, but I was hungry, so. And someone might say, why don't you do it before the video? Dumb professional. Well, my blog, my rules. I got hungry, so I said, hell with it. I'm gonna eat something. So, all right, hold your horses. We're just about there. So south of Hill City, you want to turn off at junction of 89. And it's about 6 miles in the park, which honestly, this 6 miles, I want to say, that goes in the park's actually pretty damn cool too. So don't slouch on this opening part. One thing you have to deal with here, not only here, but basically the whole park, is slow traffic. And these roads are designed to go slow on, and well, you're in a scenic area, so people are going to go slow. That's just how it is. Honestly, I wouldn't, if you're from out of town, I wouldn't worry too much about, oh, I'm going so slow, everybody's mad at me. Nah, don't worry about it. Everybody else does it, so. Take your time, enjoy it. Just when you get right used to riding these roads, especially in the off season when there's no traffic up here, you get used to a certain way of doing it, and well, sightseers don't really, you know, accommodate that. But like I said, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Some people might throw a fit about it. I really don't care. And trust me, it's not just the cars you have an issue with. Just come here during rally, it's the same way. It's just instead of following a convoy behind, you know, one vehicle, you're following behind, you know, like 20 freaking Harleys, which is a lot louder than one passenger vehicle, so. Alright, technically we have entered the park. Granted, there isn't a gate right away on this side, but we are in Custer State Park right now. Some of the backside of the Needles here, hence where the Needles Highway got their name. Basically, the rocks kind of look like needles in a coil. In the end, the way here trying to set lap times, you're to see the scenery, right? Well, and we got scenery here, that's for damn sure. I kind of laugh at cars that go over the center line, but then again, I kind of get spooked because I realize, holy crap, they may go over the center line and there'll be a bike. So make sure you keep to the edge of the road as much as you can. That's what I would recommend. I wouldn't trust these people to not, you know, come across and hit you because, well, it's really tight. One of the many tunnels. Everybody likes to look at the tunnel. Here's the thing, most people don't have tunnels where they live, so this is a fairly new concept for a lot of people. This kind of terrain, up in the hills. We have cleared the gate. All is good. We have paid the man his money. We have a annual pass. That right there is Sylvan Lake. You probably saw it in National Treasure. Unlike what the movie says, it is not directly on top of Mount Rushmore. We're probably a good 10 miles to the, I want to say, west of Mount Rushmore, so. But they're close. I mean, at least they're close. And Sylvan Lake's a pretty beautiful lake. Actually, all the lakes up here in Custer State Park are beautiful. Also, fun fact, there's not a single one of them that's actually natural. They're all man-made. They're all man-made. So every beautiful lake you see up here, they're all man-made. And don't feel bad, because I didn't realize that for the longest time either. But they're all man-made. But it's okay, I mean, they still look pretty damn cool. They actually did a pretty good job of making them look like they're natural, so. Well, first thing we're going to come up to, it's called the Needle's Eye. It's a pretty cool area, pretty busy little area. There's usually at least a traffic jam going up there because it's got a big, massive one-lane tunnel, aka the Needle's Eye. So it gets a little jam-packed up there. Also, you get rock climbers up there. You get everybody and their dog up there hanging out. But it's pretty cool. And it's okay because some dad will come out and direct traffic, so it's all good. Which actually is quite hilarious, watching people try to direct traffic. Especially when they don't know what's going on and aren't paying attention. I love it when you're sitting there and someone's waving you through and it's like, no, dude, I'm not going through. There's a pickup there. No, there's a pickup there. Right about then, the pickup comes out like I told you, dummy. So I would recommend, you know what, you don't need the help. We don't need it. We'll figure it out. We always do. One key, if you're a motorcycle and someone goes through there, just hop in behind the car. That's what I recommend. Just hop in behind the car. But yeah, this is a pretty cool spot here. And obviously it's popular. Which I figure you can probably figure out why it's popular. I mean, it's beautiful up here. Look at it. Well, are we going or are we not? Yeah, everybody's got to take their pictures in here, so sorry, I'm duck walking. And I'm just going to get behind this car because screw it. Yep. As you can see, it's pretty damn cool. Like I said, this is the needle's eye. And I would recommend you do just what I did. Just get in behind the car. Because in the end, ain't nobody come through with that car there. So, just got to watch yourself coming out. Like I said, it gets a little congested up here. I would recommend you just deal with it. If you really want to avoid the congestion, get here like September 7th or 8th. Get here right at, like after Labor Day. That's a good time to come if you don't want it congested, but still nice out. Like I said, you're not really going to see any land speed records up here, that's for sure. Cool little view there. But don't worry, it gets better through here. Here's the more cool stuff coming up. A good way rule of thumb is if you see 15 miles per hour and a curve, that means it's going to be good. That's usually what I figure on a motorcycle. You do get some really tight spaces though. It gets really tight, like right there. And you'll have people that do that crap right there. So be absolutely careful when you're coming through here. Car or motorcycle. By the way, there's a killer view. By the way, it's a 15 mile per hour recommended curve. We are currently doing about 8. So just so we have that clear. It's amazing though, this place proves that when they talk about slowing speeds down and putting, you know, objects in the road, stuff on the road to calm people down, it works. Because coming through here, all this crap around you, all these rocks and stuff around you, it definitely slows you down. Because people don't want to wreck their precious vehicles, so. It's funny, they'll still go do 90 out on the interstate, but one of the many trails here. Oh yeah, they always stop right in the middle of the turn on you. So resist that urge to grab the front brake. Because if you do, you'll be screwed here. Damn it, they're not stopping. Sometimes you'll get lucky and they decide to stop. Sometimes. Although to be fair, all you're gonna do is you're just gonna run into another person going slow. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those deals where it's like, yep. Geez, dude, you do not like to go down hills, do you? Just imagine what their rotors are feeling right now. All that riding the brake down the hill. By the way, I would recommend you brake to a certain point and then let off. Give your brakes a chance to cool down a bit. Also stay in low gear. Cool, little birds. Also stay in your lower gears. obviously. Also, I would keep a good following distance, because you never know what might happen, what might be coming around the corner. The car in front of you may randomly just slam on their brakes for no reason, or you may think it's no reason, but it's for something like cool probably to look at. So one thing you'll notice here, and I'm doing this in June, is especially where the last month's been kind of wet, everything's nice and green. Like, it just, I always like it down here in early spring when everything all nice and greened up. You get August and September, everything kind of gets brown. But this place always looks great right during our wet season, which is usually from about March to June. Even the evergreens around here, they get just a bit more of a vibrant green this time of year. Yep, you gotta watch out for tour buses, because you get a lot of tour buses in here. The best one though is you'll have an RV, a big massive R3V come through here, and they'll be pulling something like a Jeep. Instead of driving it with the Jeep, let's pull it with an RV. It's just what people do. Which means, I'll tell you this much, be careful. Because when I get my big RV, you know what the first thing I'm going to do is? I'm going to hook up my vehicle to it, and I'm going to drive that motherfucker right through Custer State Park, 10 miles an hour in the middle of the road. Because I can. You damn right I'm going to do that. My vengeance. Yeah, it's frustrating, but like I said, you got to try not to let it bother you. Because if that bothers you, you're coming to a really bad area, or anywhere for that matter in the summer, because everybody goes on vacation in the summer. If you don't want to deal with people, then don't plan vacations that have to take place in the summer. I mean, there's a reason why this place is popular in summer, because it's nice out and it's beautiful. And normally, the weather ain't too bad either. I mean, you got to deal like with your afternoon thunderstorms just like any other place that's got a mountain range around it, but usually though, the weather is pretty dry. The hot days are hot and dry, which I like. It's a lot better than humidity. Although today, like I said, it's kind of humid today. Look at me. I'm an adventure rider. Look at that. See? I'm an adventure rider now. Just like the cool BMW guys. Actually, not really. This is just a good way to get cooled off at times. Oh, well, that was good for the camera, probably. Bonk. Put that on the blooper reel. Nah, we don't do blooper reels around here. We don't do that. You see a good chunk of it. Drink up some water. So just to align you to the world here, that there, that's Highway 87, that's where we just came from. This is 16A going from east to west. We are here. We started up here by Sylvan Lake. We're gonna go past the game lodge, go on Wildlife Loop Road back up, and then probably back up through Custer, and I don't know, maybe some other places. So that kind of aligns you to where we're at in the world.